Hello beautiful people, my name is Jane and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're talking about relationships. I've come to realize that a lot of people have different ideas of what they believe a relationship should be or what it should be like, or them being with somebody or dating somebody. Different people have different ideas, and most times that's what people enter into relationships with. And those ideals, those ideas are things that most often make a relationship work or make it fail. There really isn't supposed to be like a one size fits it all, but most times people often think more about themselves when they're going into a relationship than who they're going to be going into a relationship with. You don't realize that it's a two-way thing. You have your own ideals, the other person most definitely have their own ideals, and most times if you're not flexible, if you don't create that room to accommodate the other person, it's often a strain, it's often very difficult to make a relationship work. So the things that I'm going to be sharing in this video are things that I've noticed and the results that come from them. These are things I feel like everybody should think about before they go into a relationship. And the first thing is you need to realize that a person falls in love with you for a reason. Even though it might not sound very romantic, love at first sight and all that, even love at first sight, there's something the person saw at first sight that made them fall in love with you, right? When people fall in love with you, they fall in love with you for a reason. And whatever that reason is, you need to keep doing it. If she fell in love with you because you were a good listener, you need to continue being a good listener. I mean, love grows. It grows, it matures, it gets to different levels and stuff like that. I get that part. But it needs to be going in the right direction. If somebody fell in love with you because they had an idea of who you are in the beginning of the relationship, that's why it's not good to pretend. And 6 months into the relationship, they start seeing a different side of you that they never met before. You can't expect them to continue being in love with you unless the new side of you that you show them also appeals to them. The feelings that you have for each other keep growing. But I need you to know that when people fall in love with you and they say I love you, they love you for a reason. It's not left for you to know what that reason is, why that person loves you. So you keep doing that, or you keep improving on that to keep the love growing. People don't just love just because, or maybe they do, I don't know. But I feel like there's always a reason why people fall in love. Even though most times it's not superficial, it's often the things that you don't even notice, but there's always a reason why people fall in love. The second one is some people feel like they're doing their partner a favor by being in a relationship with them, which is ridiculous. There are people that just have that attitude, that behavior towards their partner, like I could treat you anyhow I like and you still be here because I'm doing you a favor and you need me to keep doing you this favor. A relationship where one person feels like they're doing the other person a favor is often a very toxic and unhealthy relationship. You need to understand that the both of you are here because you both want to be here and you're trying to work something out, you're trying to build something, you're trying to become something. Because I don't know whether there is benefit to this or whether there are people that enjoy it, feeling like, oh, I'm dating somebody that is out of my league or something like that. I don't know whether there is a joy that comes from that. But personally, I believe that a relationship shouldn't feel like one person is doing the other person a favor. Otherwise, it puts unnecessary tension and strain on one person, which can't be healthy. The next one is you need to make peace with the fact that people can walk away if they are unhappy, if their needs are not being met, if the relationship is not up to standard, if they feel like they can do better by themselves, or for whatever reason. There are people that have the notion that once we're in a relationship, we're going to be together forever. That's often the notion. That's what we're hoping for. But in as much as we're hoping for forever, just know that it's a possibility. If this is not working and we try to make it work, we do all the things that we're supposed to do and it's still not working, it's okay to walk away. People that when you want to walk away from them, they start costing you to go. I mean, I'm all for stay and work things out, but the truth is it's not every relationship that will work. So if you guys are having compatibility issues or for whatever reason you feel like you can't be with this person, be able to let people go. Don't feel like a relationship is an imprisonment because we're together, we're going to keep being together even if it's not working. The next one is love is not enough. I know when I was much younger I thought all you needed was love, but the more I grow, the more I mature, I realize that love is just a fraction of what makes a relationship work. Love is important because all the other things will not have meaning without love. But the truth is, love on its own alone cannot drive a relationship. There are other things that give love meaning in a relationship, and those are the things you need to find out, and those are the things that you need to work hard on. Those are the things that will give the love that you have for each other meaning. So knowing your partner's love language, I can't name all of them in this video, but there are so many other things that make a relationship work aside from love. Even loving somebody is work. It's like having a flower that you don't water, you don't take care of it, eventually it's going to die. It's the same way with love. So love alone is not enough to make a relationship work. Next one is, I've seen some people in some relationships that demand for things they don't give their partner. You're demanding honesty, but you're not honest. You're demanding faithfulness, but you're not faithful. You're demanding money, but you can't give the same to the other person. I see people demand for things that they're not giving their partner. That is entitlement. When you're demanding for things that you're not giving the other person, that you don't even plan to give the other person. You just feel like you deserve all the good things in this life, but the other person does not deserve anything. So if you're not giving something, why demand for it? The next one is, do your best and know that you also deserve the best. It's this thing that I always say. In a relationship, when you put in your best, you do the best that you can do. You're your best self. You're the best version of yourself. Even if that relationship end up not working out, you don't have a lot to regret because you know that you did your best. You gave your best. It just wasn't enough. And it's not your fault. It's not everybody that will get to realize a good thing when they have it. But when you don't give your best and then it doesn't work out, you always have that question of maybe if I had. But if you already did everything that you could do, there's no room for regrets. It frees you. Do your best in a relationship. If you love somebody, love them genuinely. Love them the best way that you can. If it works out, fine. If it doesn't, it saves you from regrets. Also know that you deserve the best too. You really do deserve the best. So if you're bringing your A game and the other person is not bringing their A game, it doesn't make sense. You're giving the best to deserve the best. The next one is, this one is really important. You can't make a person stay if they don't want to stay. If a person does not want to stay with you, or if a person never had any intention of going long term with you, you can't force them to stay. It's not about you, it's not about what you can do, what you need to prove to them, what you need to show to them. No, you can't make a person stay if they don't want to stay with you. They don't see the reason why they should stay with you. So if a person wants to go, if a person has to go, let them go. If they believe that there's something better out there for them that they need to go and experience, let them go. Don't be that person that cries, and there's nothing wrong with crying, but don't do it for somebody that is not worth it. And don't feel like you being a different version of yourself or being somebody that you're not will make a person that does not want to stay with you stay with you. It's heartbreaking to see that happen. So if a person does not want to stay, you can't make them stay, and you need to make peace with that. The next one is, don't try to control the outcome of everything or try to control the person that you're with. There are people that, I don't want to say naturally manipulative, but there are people that feel the need to do things just to get you to a place where they can control you, where they're in control of the situation. There are people that always have to be in control, and it's not healthy. You're always trying too hard to control the outcome, control the things they do. You're absent in your own life because these things take time. These things take a lot of energy. These things take a lot of thinking. You have to put a lot of thinking into it to be able to do that thing that gets them to be this and be that. You're so consumed about living other people's lives for them. When do you not have time to live your own? It's not the healthiest thing to do. So if you're somebody that always has to be in control, always needs to be in control, it can take a toll on you. Relationships can take a toll on you. And I know most people can't control it. It's the way they are, but you need to watch it for your own health, for your own good. So you don't end up making the relationship toxic for the other person. Just have that room. Know that you are you, they are them. Have room to be you, to do you, to be yourself, and also give the same liberty to the other person. That's what people don't understand most times in relationships. You're often consumed about your idea of what a relationship should be, of how it's supposed to be. The next thing is, see, the moment you start comparing your relationship with other people's relationships, you start wanting your relationship to be like your friend. You start wanting your partner to behave like your friend's girlfriend or your friend's boyfriend. That's recipe for disaster. That's you personally using your hand to spoil what you already have, because there is no one size fits it all for everybody. The fact that this works for us does not mean it's going to work for you guys, because we're not the same people. So you define your relationship. I'm not saying you don't come into it with an idea, but don't come into it with rules and regulations already written down. This is how my girlfriend is going to be, or this is how my boyfriend is going to be. Those things help you saying, okay, these are the qualities I look for, but don't try to control things to the minimum, to the little details. And then this one is the bonus. When you meet somebody and they are not up to standard, they are not what you want, please don't go into a relationship with that person and then start working day and night to change the person. You saw them the way they are when you met them. I mean, you saw them, they were short, they were tall, they were whatever, they were dressed a certain way, whatever it is. Don't go into relationships with people and then start trying to mold them. It still comes back to control, trying to make them who they are not, to fit into your own agenda. The problem with these things is that that person, no matter how much you control them or how much you move them, they will still not be that for you, because the problem is not with them, it's with you. If you know that that's how you are, because that's how people invite people into their lives, and then at the end of the day you end up hurting the person. You saw them the way they are and then they come to you and now you're giving them the impression that they are not good enough. There are so many ideals that people have that often lead to more unhealthy things that makes your relationship toxic. So to conclude this video, because it's now becoming very long, know your qualities, know the things you like and the things that you don't like, the things you want and the things that you don't want. But also know the person that you're going to date is also a person with their own mindset, that also have their own ideals. So it's very important to have that space for other people to also be themselves when you yourself are being yourself. And there's one that I forgot to mention. In as much as you have high hopes for the future, what the future holds of what you guys can become, also make sure that you're happy with what is right now, what you have right now, the person, the way they are right now. I know that we're all praying for growth and experiences and stuff are shaping us into the best version of ourselves and all that, but also make sure that the way they are now, what they're doing now, your partner, that they suit you, that they make you happy. So it's not as if you're hoping for them to become something they are not before the relationship will start making sense to you, or before you will now be happy or be content. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate having you here, subscribing to my channel, for liking my videos. Thank you so much. And if you want to see more of my videos, I drop videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and you would like to get notified, please hit the red subscribe button, turn on notification, that's the bell icon, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.